Good day, everyone. Welcome to our Fisheries Professionals Licensure Examination review. This review is intended for those fisheries graduates and students who will take the fisheries board exam. In this video, we are going to respond to some possible board exam questions. But before we proceed, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified when we upload new videos. So let us start. Question number 31. This refers to the maximum biomass that the pond can support and maintain under specific management conditions. A. Catch ceiling. B. Carrying capacity. C. Stocks. Or letter D. Maximum sustainable yield. The correct answer is letter B, carrying capacity. Carrying capacity is defined as the amount of a given activity that can be accommodated within the environmental capacity of a defined area. In aquaculture, it is usually considered to be the maximum quantity of fish that any particular body of water can support over a long period without negative effects to the fish and to the environment. It is the maximum standing crop. It can be increased through maintenance of water quality, aeration, fertilizers, and supplemental feeding. Carrying capacity, in short, is the maximum population that a given area can sustain. Question number 32. Cultured aquatic organisms obtain their nutritional requirements for growth, maintenance, and production either from natural or artificial diets. Their nutritional requirements will vary depending on blank. 1. Fish age. 2. Fish size. 3. Feeding habits. Or 4. Reproductive condition. A. 1 only. B. 1 and 2. C. 1, 2, and 3. Or letter D, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The correct answer is letter D, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The nutritional requirements of cultured aquatic organisms will vary depending on age, size, feeding habits, and reproductive condition. Nutrient requirements could be grouped as proteins, which are required for growth and play an important role in other metabolic functions, carbohydrates, which are most abundant and cheapest source of energy in aquaculture, lipids or fats, also a source of energy. It has more energy compared to carbohydrates, and essential fatty acids needed for maximum growth, vitamins, which are needed for metabolic and physiological processes, and last, the minerals, which are required for skeleton formation, respiration, digestion, and osmoregulation. Question number 33. Which of the following substances is used to sedate milkfish breeders prior to sex identification? A. 2-phenoxyethanol. B. Copper sulfate. C. 17-alpha-methyl-testosterone. Or letter D. Methyl androgen. The correct answer for this question is letter A, 2-phenoxyethanol. 2-phenoxyethanol is an anesthetic used as a tranquilizer to sedate sapalo or milkfish breeders before sex identification and determination of milkfish gonadal development. Anesthetized fish are characterized by loss of balance, immobility, and rapid and shallow opercular movement. Number 34. What is the organ of attachment of the mussel? What is the organ of attachment of the mussel? A. Oscussion. B. Pouch. C. Mantle. Or D. Byssus. The answer for this question is letter D, byssus. When we talk about byssus, it is a long fine silky filaments secreted by many species of bivalve mollusks such as the mussels, wherein they attach themselves to solid objects or to one another using these proteinaceous threads known as byssus. Number 35. The following are not true about the life cycle patterns of fish parasites, except 1. The direct life cycle of parasites involves more than one host to complete its life cycle. 2. A fish can be considered an intermediate host when the parasite's larval stage develops on it, and then it will go to the other host when it achieves its adult stage. 3. The monogenean trematodes have an indirect life cycle. 4. Bivalves are not considered fish parasites. A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. 1 and 3. Or letter D. 2 and 4. The answer for this question is letter B. Question number 36. What are the major divisions or groups of seaweeds? What are the major divisions or groups of seaweeds? A. Chlorophyta, Phaeophyta, and Rhodophyta. B. Bryophyta, Magnoleophyta, and Phenophyta. C. Both A and B. Or letter D. None of the above. The correct answer for this question is letter A, Chlorophyta, Phaeophyta, and Rhodophyta. Seaweeds are marine algae that grow along seashores. Typically, seaweeds use holdfasts that resembles roots to adhere to the sea bottom or other solid objects. Many seaweed species are edible and have significant commercial value for humans. Some are sources of polysaccharides or fertilizers. Seaweeds are highly diversified and well recognized. Sylvia et al. 1987 recorded about 820 species of seaweeds classified into green seaweeds or chlorophyta that comprise of 26%, brown or the phaeophyta with 16%, and red or rhodophyta with 58%. According to Truno 1999, more than 350 species of seaweeds have economic uses. Currently, according to Lastimoso and Sanchez 2021, the Philippines is endowed with 1,065 seaweed species, but production is mainly on Eucuma and Capapicus. Aquaculture or seaweed farming in the country has become an established industry for the last 3 decades, with Region 4 or Southern Luzon, particularly the Batangas, Quezon, and Palawan, being recognized as the main seaweed farming areas in the country. Number 37. Orange-spotted grouper is one of the few species of grouper that is popularly cultured commercially in the Philippines. This species is also known as inid or lapu-lapu in the central Philippines. Its body color is light yellowish-brown dorsally, shading to whitish on the side and belly, with numerous brownish-orange or brownish-yellow unequal spots scattered on the head, body, and fins. With this, what is the scientific name of the orange-spotted grouper? A. Ephenophilus malabaricus. B. Ephenophilus fuscogutatus. C. Ephenophilus cooides. Or letter D. Ephenophilus tauvina. The answer for this question is letter C, Epinephelus guardes. Epinephelus guardes or orange-spotted grouper is one of the grouper species popularly cultured in the Philippines. They are diandric protogynous hermaphrodites, wherein some males develop from juveniles to males, while others develop from functional females to males when they reach lengths of around 67 centimeters or 26 inches and an age of 7.5 years. They are one of the most expensive fish species and are valued for the excellent texture and flavor of their flesh, as well as their great potential in aquaculture. At present, the supply of its fry or grouper fry known as tiny for commercial cage and pan production are still depends on the wild. However, institutes like Cephalic Aquaculture Department and other progressive finfish hatchery operators are refining their broodstock and seeds production techniques. In due time, these hatcheries will be able to supply fry and fingerlings. The province of Pangasinan, Cavite, Mindoro, Quezon, Masbate, Bulacan, Cagayan, Zamboanga del Sur, and Negros Occidental are the major sources of grouper fry in the Philippines. Question number 38. Which of the following statements is correct? A. In circular tanks, fish are easier to harvest than rectangular ones. B. Rectangular tanks have a flat bottom to facilitate cleaning and draining. C. Circular tanks have no dead areas where metabolic products can't build up. Or letter D. Fiberglass are too bulky, strong, and brittle for fresh and salt water. The answer for this question is letter C. Circular tanks have no dead areas where metabolic products can't build up. Number 39. During an on-site investigation of a disease outbreak, which of the following steps would you not carry out? During an on-site investigation of a disease outbreak, which of the following steps would you not carry out? A. Measure environmental conditions. B. Conduct a histopathological examination. C. Examine fresh materials from healthy, moribund, and dead fish. Or letter D. Investigate physical factors. The answer for this question is letter B. Conduct a histopathological examination. A histopathological examination is being conducted in the laboratory. Along with this procedure for investigating disease outbreaks, as recommended by Anderson and Barney in 1991, are as follows. Presumptive identification of pathogens, viral, bacterial, fungal, parasitic, and others. Positive identification and confirmation, testing for drug sensitivity and effectiveness, and evaluation of recommendations and reports of additional analysis such as toxicology. Question number 40. Which of these species is most commonly cultured in the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia and can be cultured in freshwater and marine environment? Which of these species is most commonly cultured in the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia and can be cultured in freshwater and marine environment? A. Tilapia. B. Milkfish. C. Shrimp. Or letter D. Catfish. The answer is letter B. Milkfish. Milkfish is the species that is most commonly cultured in the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia and can be cultured in freshwater and marine environments. According to FAO 2009, Milkfish aquaculture started approximately 4 to 6 centuries ago in the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia. The culture methods of this species in a variety of enclosures are constantly being improved upon. In terms of technology to spawn the milkfish in captivity and produce fry in hatchery, it was developed in 1979 by the SEFDEC Aquaculture Department. On the other hand, Food and Agriculture Organization Fisheries Statistics 2006 cited that the Philippines, Indonesia, Taiwan, Singapore, and Kiribati are among the main producer countries of milkfish. The Philippines was the lead producer of milkfish from 2001 to 2009, but was surpassed by Indonesia in 2010. In general, milkfish production in our country is on an upward trend. From 414,500 metric tons in 2020, it reached 442,300 metric tons in 2021. It gained a growth rate of 17.89%. Also, milkfish contributed the most among the aquaculture commodities in our country. Its value of production reached 44.2 billion. Moreover, milkfish is a top species cultured in brackish water and marine waters in our country. The average yield of milkfish in cages is about 3 kilograms per cubic meter, while in brackish water ponds it is about 2 metric tons per hectare. In terms of 10 years worth of production volume of milkfish in the Philippines, Region 1 or the Ilocos region had the highest production, followed by Region 6, Western Visayas, and Region 3, the Central Luzon. On the other hand, Pangasinan in Region 1 is the top producer province of this species, followed by Capiz and Zambales. Number 41. It is one of the major minerals required by fish. It is one of the major minerals required by fish. A. Iodine, B. Copper, C. Iron, or letter D. Magnesium. The answer for this question is letter D. Magnesium. Magnesium is one of the major minerals required by fish. Fish, like other living organisms, require a combination of macrominerals and microminerals for various physiological functions. The macronutrients or major minerals needed by fish are calcium, phosphorus, sulfur, sodium, chlorine, potassium, and magnesium. And the micronutrients or trace elements needed by fish are cobalt, copper, fluorine, iodine, iron, manganese, molybdenum, selenium, and zinc. Minerals are required for skeleton formation, respiration, digestion, and osmoregulation. In marine waters, mineral concentrations are generally at or above the nutritional requirements of fish, while in fresh water, mineral concentration are below those required by fish. This is primarily due to geological and environmental factors. Question number 42. Milkfish fry can be sourced from hatcheries, wild, or imported from Taiwan and Indonesia. If wild caught, when would fry be more abundant? 1. New moon, 2. First quarter, 3. Full moon, or 4. Third quarter? A. 1 and 3, B. 1 and 4, C. 2 and 3, or letter D. 2 and 4. The answer for this question is letter A, new moon and full moon. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, the occurrence of milkfish fry is dependent on many factors such as time and season, which are also related to the moon phase and tidal fluctuations. Moreover, fry occurrence shows seasonal patterns that differ by latitudes. In the Philippines, fry appear earlier in the south during December to January and later in the north during March to April. They disappear earlier in the north during July to August than in the south during December to January. Several studies show that the fry season is extended around the equator, with two peaks, the higher of which occurs in earlier April and May, and gradually shorter at higher latitude with only one peak during May to August. Greater numbers of fry occur in shore waters during the full moon and new moon periods, largely as a consequence of the greater spawning activity during the quarter moon periods. For the additional information, milkfish only spawn in fully saline waters. Usually, spawning happens around midnight, but daytime spawning sometimes occurs. In the Philippines, Taiwan, and Indonesia, wild-caught fry are collected with fine mesh seines and bug nets with various indigenous designs. Push net strippers and wag seines are the most commonly used gear, as in many Asian countries with developed fry grounds, collection surveys were done early in the morning, and the period of collection is usually during the new and full moons. It was already known that the best time to collect is 3 to 4 days before new and full moons. However, in villages where there is more time to spend, collection may continue 3 to 4 days after these phases, with decreasing number of fry collected. Fry occurrence is also affected by prevailing wind direction. Wind direction towards the shore showed an increased, but strong winds and waves may cause higher turbidity, making it difficult to operate the gear and putting more stress on the fry. Question number 43. Which of the following artificial spawning techniques is used in the breeding of abalone and sea cucumber? A. Hypophysation. B. Eye stalk ablation. C. Environmental manipulation. Or letter D. All of these. The answer for this question is letter C. Environmental manipulation. The use of UV irradiation, hydrogen peroxide, manipulation of water temperature, manipulation of water flow, food deprivation, electrical stimulation, inductive feeding, and others are some of the common artificial spawning techniques in the breeding of abalone and sea cucumber. Question number 44. In the hatchery, freshwater prawns spawn in fresh water, but hatching and larval rearing are done in blank. A. Hapas placed in the fish pond. B. Semi-flow-through system. C. 8 to 12 ppt brackish water. Or letter D. 15 to 20 ppt brackish water. The answer for this question is letter C. 8 to 12 ppt brackish water. Giant freshwater prawns live in freshwater environments, but buried females migrate downstream to brackish water where the eggs hatch into larvae. In the hatchery, hatching and larval rearing are done in brackish water with an ideal salinity of 8 to 12 ppt for larvae to survive. Also, with this salinity, it helps the larvae in their acclimation to freshwater condition. Also, with this salinity, it helps the larvae in their gradual acclimation to freshwater conditions. However, as an aquaculturist, you need to maintain other water quality parameters such as the salt oxygen at greater than 3 ppm, temperature at 28 to 31 degrees Celsius, pH at 7.2 to 8.5, and ammonia at less than 0.1 ppm to improve survival rates. Question number 45. When was seaweed farming first recognized in the Philippines? When was seaweed farming first recognized in the Philippines? A. Early 1960s. B. Mid-1960s. C. Early 1970s. Or letter D. Late 1970s. The answer for this question is letter B, mid-1960s. Seaweed farming is one of the major livelihood activity among coastal population in the Philippines since the mid-1960s. The first commercial seaweed farming was introduced in Sulusi in southern Philippines in the early 1970s. Currently, the Philippines is endowed with 1,065 seaweed species, That is according to Lastimoso and Santillanes 2021, but production is mainly on Eucuma and Capapicus. The major markets for Philippine seaweed products are the United States of America, People's Republic of China, Spain, Russia, and Belgium. In 2018, value of seaweed production reached approximately 11 billion, and it shares about 13% on the total value of aquaculture production. Before we end this session, we have here a question to answer, wherein you can type your answer on the comment section. It is a basic principle of aquaculture to maintain healthy population, which applies to all aspects of culture strategies and critical to water supplies. Letter A. Employ a closed system with great and strong aeration. B. Make use of an open system that receives lots of sunlight. C. Ensure that animals remain free from stress. Or letter D. Provide an unlimited supply of feeds. So that ends our review questions. I hope you learned a lot from this video. See you in the next session. Thank you.